Hey family, peace. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Jo Murdock, aka FlowWj0. If you're new here, what's up? If you're not new here, welcome back. I've got 3 more things I wish I knew before I became a yoga instructor. I'm really happy to share these 3. I think they're super, super important. I feel like I should have mentioned these first, but hey, it's a series. They're all going to come out. They're all important. So let's just jump into it. I wish I knew before I became a yoga teacher that I needed to make a rate sheet, okay? A rate sheet for community and a rate sheet for corporate. Why 2 different rate sheets? 2 different rate sheets because it's 2 different buckets of money, right? When you are working in the community and you are doing your part to support them and sustain them in a yogic way, the rate is probably your standard rate, maybe even a little bit cheaper, and or like sliding scale, maybe even donation. But when you're working with corporate, that rate sheet needs to match the corporation that you're teaching for. And I'm gonna keep it real with you. They have the money, okay? They should be paying you what you're worth for the service, for your travel, for the amount of people that you're teaching, and for whatever other little things they may want and need from you. When you're working with community, especially communities that traditionally have not been exposed to or invited to yoga or into the wellness space, I personally believe that the rate should be affordable, right? It should be at a range that they can afford and sustain, because we want them to come back. We want to make sure wellness becomes a part of their life and it's not costing them something that makes them unwell, if that makes sense. So corporate and community rate sheets. And it's great to make those, know those, and have those, so when opportunities pop up, you are 10 steps ahead. You're ready to email that to them so they understand what you're working with. You also look a little bit more professional because you're not standing there with the ums and the uhs and the ah and the I don't knows, right? You've taken the time to sit down, so you do know. You know exactly what that rate is. You know exactly what it should be. I also wish I knew that when I became a yoga teacher, I wasn't going to be everyone's yoga teacher, okay? What does that mean? I can't make everybody happy. I can't please everyone. I can't be what everyone needs. I have to be authentic to myself. I have to be honest with myself. And in doing that and being that, the people that receive it will come. The people that appreciate it will come. The people that just feel good in my energy and respect what it is will come, right? So keep in mind that when you do become a teacher, if you're trying to be a power vinyasa plus a yin, someone said they don't like your playlist, so you rechange the entire playlist. Someone says they wish you had more cues, now you're talking too much in class. Another person says you're talking too little or too less. Like, there's just so much that can go into trying to be everyone's yoga teacher that you become overwhelmed, you lose your identity, you lose your authenticity, you lose your mission, like your why behind what you do. Let me be very clear. There is enough yoga to go around. There is more than enough yoga teachers that exist, especially in 2024. You do not have to be everyone's yoga teacher because their yoga teacher is out there, okay? So save yourself the stress. Trust that what is for you is for you. Those opportunities will come, those jobs will come, and they'll feel good, and they'll be sustainable because you're being authentic to yourself. I just want to add to, it doesn't mean that you tell people in your class, well, I'm not changing that playlist, or I don't want to add more cues, or I don't think X, Y, and Z. You don't have to respond to it. You can always just be open to receive it. I think some feedback you do need to take into consideration, and you can adjust as you see fit. But other than that, okay, well, maybe this is just not the class for you. And that is okay. There are thousands of classes out there. There is a teacher out there. There's more than one teacher out there for you. It's just not me. And the last thing I wish I knew for this video is that, unfortunately, not everybody is going to understand you wanting to become a yoga teacher. We do not make the most money in this field. We do not get benefits. We are not recognized to get insurance or 401ks. It does require, working at more than one yoga studio and doing possibly another like full-time job to sustain ourselves and to thrive, not just survive. And so friends and family members may look at you like, why would you willingly choose to take on this new role and step into this career when it does not always support you in the ways that you need as a human being for like basic needs? And that's okay, and that's valid, and that's fair. However, I will say, if you are getting that feedback and you do not feel confident in your response as to why you are stepping into the space of yoga teacher, then I do think you should sit down and reflect on that a bit more. When you're met with that from the outside, you have to be able to know why you are doing it. Otherwise, you will second guess everything that you do from that point forward. It is a position, it is a role where we are giving, where we are holding space, where we are supporting, right? And sometimes, most of the time, we do not get that back as a yoga teacher. So just be aware that you might get some pushback. Just be aware that you may not get the motivation and support you maybe were expecting when you tell folks that you want to be a yoga teacher, whether full-time or part-time. But it doesn't matter. What matters is that you can truly answer that question, why you're doing it, and you feel good about that answer. You feel good, you feel strong, you feel confident about that answer. Alrighty, family, I hope these were helpful. I hope they give you something to think about. And if you're not a yoga teacher watching this video, but you know someone who is, I hope these answers help you to reflect on what your friend or family member may be experiencing as a yoga teacher. And you can call them up. Call them up and tell them that you see them. Call them up and tell them that maybe you didn't consider that this is something that they're doing as a mission from the heart, or to just be in a space of service, because when we help one, we help everyone, okay? More of these videos to come. I'm very, very glad and happy that you're here, listening to me, talking with me, vibing with me, and I'll see you in the next video. Please make sure to like, please make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you very, very soon. Bye, Flow family.
Oh.